Are you a solo business owner working from home that just can't seem to make any progress towards the dreams that you had when you started this journey? Give me the next few minutes and I want to share with you why I believe creating and developing a continuous improvement mindset and using that to help create certainty in your business might be exactly what you need. If this sounds interesting and you've struggled to get this continuous improvement piece right, I've got a brand new free resource that might be exactly what you need. My 5-minute daily planning and continuous improvement tool has been specifically designed for solo entrepreneurs exactly like you to start building a positive spiral of continuous growth that starts compounding day by day. If it sounds interesting, all you have to do is reach out and let me know, and I'll shoot it through, no strings attached. Hello, and welcome back to the From Zero to Marketing Hero podcast. My name's Paul Heron. I'm a life coach and entrepreneur who transitioned from the uncertainty of not knowing how I was going to escape the corporate world a few years ago through all the ups and downs to now successfully running my own coaching business. This podcast is my latest attempt at stepping out of my own comfort zone. Over the last 5 years, I have outsourced or predominantly outsourced all my marketing activities. And I recently decided that this is the year that I'm going to dive in the deep end and figure this stuff out on my own. Throughout this journey, I intend to document my progress. Hopefully you'll get an insight to some of the highs and the lows along the way. And hopefully you'll get a glimpse at how my coaching strategies apply in real life. So without any further ado, let's get into today's episode. Can you believe that I've made it to episode 50? 50 days in a row of thinking about marketing and turning up and creating, posting, uploading an episode a day. And what a journey it's been so far. I've learned so much along the way. I've had some fantastic interactions with you guys out there listening. In many ways, I feel like it is just starting. But to make it to this point, to make 50 days is a huge achievement that I'm very proud of. If you're anything like me, you'll know that running your own business is a little bit tougher than you may have initially thought. Learning to think outside the box, act like an entrepreneur, think like an entrepreneur, the need to be creative as often as we can while still coming back to doing and taking action on the things that we know are going to move the needle forward can be a tough thing to balance. One of the biggest lessons I've learned over the last 5 years is that when I feel uncertain, that's when I start to procrastinate. That's when I start to doubt myself, and that's when things start to spiral downwards. So one of the things I've been working on myself over the last few years is how we can cultivate that feeling of certainty that's required for us to succeed in our businesses. When we do doubt ourselves and we feel that level of uncertainty, we often find ourselves falling back into a firefighting mode and dealing with all the problems that we face on an ad hoc basis without ever truly learning any lessons along the way. It can almost feel like we're tackling the same problem day in, day out. And this doesn't work because it leaves us spinning our wheels and feeling like we're not making any progress at all. So how do we combat this constant feeling of uncertainty and start to tip the balance a little bit more in the favor of us feeling confident and certain in the things that we need to do? And by far the single biggest thing that has helped me move away from this negative cycle of uncertainty is to cultivate and develop a mindset of continuous improvement. For me, this is all about slowing down and being much more deliberate in the things that I set my attention to be only focusing on one thing at a time and trying to be as present as I can in all the things that I focus my attention on. A huge part of this is starting to build self-trust and confidence in our own ability to be able to overcome all the obstacles that present themselves to us. It definitely includes a huge focus on inputs rather than external results. But I think when looking at the alternatives, when wanting to move away from this negative cycle and not taking any feedback or not taking the lessons out of the feedback that we are presented with, the single biggest factor that has helped me in my journey is to be able to find a way to get curious about all feedback that presents itself to me, to really cultivate and develop a reflective process that we can apply not only when things go to plan, but more importantly, when things that we tackle, the actions that we take, don't get the desired results. That ability to be able to trust ourselves and to lean in and explore what worked, what didn't quite go to plan, and to be able to take the lessons that we can take into the next day is the single biggest thing that I think can help us all in achieving our goals. So why does this solution work when so many of us are out there unable to make the progress that we're wanting to make? And I think it just keeps coming back to the compounding effect that applying this continuous improvement mindset on a daily basis brings us. If we can approach going about our day in this way, it really does have a dramatic effect on our self-worth, our self-belief, and our ability to truly believe that we can overcome anything that gets in our path. As an added bonus, we can start to understand the processes and systems that work for us. We can start to build and develop repeatable systems that we can have a high level of trust in replicating time and time again. And whether this is applied to our client acquisition strategies, our marketing efforts, whether it's applied to our fulfillment and approaching the way that we deliver our product, or whether it's applied in our individual personal lives. I think there are many, many different ways we can apply this continuous improvement mindset to give ourselves the best chance of achieving success in whatever it is that we're striving for. So as I mentioned earlier, if this way of approaching things is brand new to you, I have developed a 5-minute a day planning and continuous improvement checklist that is the perfect place to start if this is new to you. It will start getting the ball rolling in terms of the way to approach each day. I've got some tips there that can really show you how to put this into practice across the board, not just in your business, but across the other important areas of your life as well. Because I firmly believe that the more we look after ourselves, the more we get this right across the board, the better equipped we are to be able to tackle everything that we need to tackle. So if you're ready to move away from spinning your wheels, feeling overwhelmed and burnt out, and ready to start making more deliberate action towards your goals, my 5-minute daily planning continuous improvement checklist might be the perfect place for you to start. It's simple. It is designed to get you thinking about what is most important throughout your day. It's designed to help you start focusing on inputs rather than external results. And most importantly, it's designed to help cultivate this reflective piece that is going to enable you to get curious about the feedback that you receive. So if this sounds interesting, just let me know and I'll send it straight through. So I might leave it there for today. This episode has been a little bit of a celebration of sorts. It's fantastic to be 50 episodes in. I can't wait for the remaining 300 plus that are still to come. And I am just so excited just to keep turning up day after day and growing and learning as I go, and hopefully providing you a ton of value along the way. If you have any comments or feedback, I would love to hear from you. The best place to start a conversation is to head over to my website. There's a few different ways there that you can reach out. The web address is paulheronlifecoaching.com. So head over there, reach out. I'd love to hear from you and I'd love to connect. If you are getting some value from the podcast, please consider hitting subscribe. It really does help share the show with a wider audience and it would be greatly appreciated. And finally, I hope you all have a fantastic day. I hope you've enjoyed this journey so far. And until tomorrow, bye for now.